Chantal Kawari and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a different type of video, something I've never done on my channel before, which is so exciting for me to come up here and do. Today's video is going to be advice to my younger self. Now that girl needs a hug, guys. You have no idea who she is, you have no idea what struggles and pain she's going through. She needs a hug. But before I even get into that, I just want to say we will coming up with segments on this channel that are going to be about different type of stuff like relationship advice, life struggles, things that we get to go through as a human being, right? So we are going to be tackling that a lot on my channel moving forward. Now, without further ado, let me get into the video. Now, the first thing that I want to do, I want to give you a description about who that girl is and where she's coming from. Now, guys, I did not grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Never did, and I don't know. I never did, but what I did grow up with in my household is my mom and my dad gave me the most valuable asset in life when everything else doesn't matter, when money doesn't matter, when poverty doesn't matter. I had God. Mom and dad raised me in a very loving, godly fearing household, which I am so grateful for. If it was not for the upbringing, I would have been a total mess by now. I would have been maybe some baddish thing out there that anyone can think of, right? But because I had God, I kind of was groomed into that manner as well as a young child. But that did not stop me from experiencing life like any other person as well. I had struggles. The younger Chantal is going through pain. Let's go back and give that girl a hug. Let's go back and give that girl some love. She deserves it. She's going through pain, being from relationship, friendships, she feels misunderstood, she doesn't fit in, she feels like she doesn't have every cool stuff that everyone else have out there. But yeah, so yeah, that's the younger Chantal, right? So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the very first thing that I do note up here, I do have a notebook. I always do have this. Is my white one, and it has seen better days. It has seen better days. I take this to work as well, to go jog down like different stuff, right? But the first advice that I have down here, I'm going to look down, and I'm so sorry, guys. I know you guys despise me for that. But I'm gonna look down because I've got my notes here, right? But the first thing that I am going the first advice that I'll give my younger self is invest in yourself. Now, guys, I mean this in such a big way, like not even just materialistic stuff like that. No, also like working through your internal self. Like I always speak about this stuff, right? Because I think it is so much important in a world that is so driven by materialistic stuff, that one person, at least a few, should come down and relax and kind of talk about the things that matters, because materialistic stuff are going to carry you to a certain point in life, like beauty world, but the inside of you, guys, is always going to be there. Even when beauty fades, even when you can no longer get up, the beauty of your heart is going to be there. But anyway, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, being education, guys, because you want to be intellectually intelligent when you come up to people and talk to people in a room where people are filled and there's just like a doctor and this and this and that. You want to be intellectual intelligent, so please do invest in education as well. One of the biggest thing is that. And also your internal self, eating healthy, your skin is gonna thank you. Being taking care of your mental health, your life is gonna thank you. Invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person that you do have, I genuinely mean this, the only person that you do have at the end of the day picking up the pieces when that broken night has come through, honey, it is only you. Like, I cannot even tell you enough how that is important. The second thing that I want to outline as well is it is actually okay to be the one thing in life that you want to be. Like, don't be afraid to stand up and be different. Don't be afraid and stand up and think differently from everyone else. You know how you come into a place and everyone has this mentality of just like, yeah, we all agree on the same thing. Be the first person to stand up and say, no, like, I do not agree with that. I do not roll like that. Or I'm not the kind of person that would do this and that and that. Yeah, like, don't be afraid to be the one thing that you are. I've always struggled with that when I was a child. I always came in and I tried to fit in all the situations in life, but I knew who I was, but I tried to fit in to make everyone else comfortable. Like, I would, for instance, not come up there and just like be even around my own people, like just come out there and speak proper English. I would just come up there and try to be ratchet as hell because everyone else is doing that. Or I wouldn't just try to shine. I would let everyone else shine because I was afraid of their attention. Everything else I was afraid of, but I knew there was greatness in me. But anyway, yeah, so that's that. The number 3 thing is that I want to outline here as well is frame your goals. Guys, I did not do this in the past, and I want to say I could have done better when it came to that, is to have a deadline. Have a goal and have a deadline. That's how you reach them eventually. That's how you reach them eventually. That's what I lacked in my life, is framing my goals. Frame your goals, being education, being everything that you're kind of doing. I am framing my goals on here on YouTube, trying to become the best that I can become. I'm framing my goals, trying to do my makeup, you know, those stuff. Anything that works for you doesn't really necessarily need to be the stuff that works for me. Everything that works for you, frame it. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Focus on your relationships. Focus on your relationship in the sense that you can accomplish anything in life with the right relations, being professional or personal. Like, if you've got the support system for you, like being your friend support system, your partner, your colleagues, anyone, if you want to become successful in life, you need to really focus on your relationship. Your relationships is what get you through everything in life. So you want to choose quality over quantity. Please do not be running around with a who is showing up for you in those struggles. People do not have your back the way you think they do have your back. So in that regard, please do focus on your relationships. Yes, they do matter if you want to become something in life. I bet everyone else wants to become something in life just like me. Anyway, I don't know number what we are at now, but another thing is be extremely grateful for what you got. Now, this Chantal has always struggled in that area. I needed to learn to be grateful, guys. There's no shame in this. I needed to learn to appreciate each and everything in my life, which is so good. This is where my significant other come in. Guys, this Chantal was ugly inside, and that ugliness, he showed me my ugliness inside, and which I'm so grateful for, because if it wasn't for him like that, like, that's why I say your relationships matter. If it wasn't for him like that, I would have still been ugly inside, because he showed me my ugliness inside. Oh, how dare you guys do that. So please, like I said, be extremely grateful. Another friend of mine also taught me this. She is the most grateful person that you can ever find in life. She has been through a lot, but she remained positive. Oh God, she remained positive in every journey that she took, and that really inspired me to just kind of look back and really be grateful. And one thing that I did wrong in my life was expectation as well. I had a tendency of entitlement, honey. Like, this generation, this millennium, we are entitled to everything. I was entitled to having a good life. I was entitled for people not to mess up around my life. I was entitled, like, people will never be good. I was entitled I was entitled so much to my opinion, which is good, but mine was like in a worst case scenario. So please, watch out your expectations, watch out your entitlement, and be grateful. Period. Period, my friend. Yeah, I don't know which number we are at now, but I reckon number 6. Number 6 for me is forgive yourself. Guys, I cannot even stretch this enough. Like, I am one girl that if I mess up, I carry the load of pain around, like from door to door to door, and then I carry other people's pain and other people's fuck ups basically. But please do forgive yourself. In order for everything to move smoothly in your life, you gotta think about, like, the person that is the inside of you, which is so important to Forgive yourself of the stuff that you no longer have control over, for the stuff that you did have control and you did it deliberate anyway. That's so me. Yeah, forgive yourself for all the fuck ups that you have done in your life and move on. Be glad to move on. Seriously, some people will hold you down to your guilt and to your fuck ups, but yeah, forgive yourself. And another thing that I also want to touch up here is the Chantal back then. She used to be so much in pain, and she could use a hug, like I said before this video, but she comes a long way. I did not just arrive to the point that I am, where I am really looking at stuff like that, and I am really having a different perspective on, like, I have been through a lot of struggles in my life before I came to this Chantal, and I wanted to say that your emotions, your pain, your opinion is validated. Some people make you want to suppress yourself or suppress your voice. Have that voice, communicate about how you feel. I know my culture is not raised into a woman or a man of communication, of communicating, but we are more so raised in just like being a yes woman or yes sir kind of person. No, you want to have your own opinion, you want to have your own thoughts, and you want to articulate it in your whole entire life. That's what I had. I also had a very, very, very strong being of who I am, so that when the wind and everything came, I could not wither, honey. I was strong in my own opinions. No one could tell me anything without me having an opinion or having like a reason why I did stuff, you know. Sometimes, and that's another great thing about me too, is I am afraid to shine. I'm a girl that is really afraid to shine. I do not like the spotlight. But anyway, another great thing about me is I had an opinion, and I try to rectify myself as soon as I know what the problem is. But I no push around as well. I am the kind of person that will definitely tell you that it is wrong, and I'm not gonna take part in it, and that's it. Like, I am not running around senseless in the street just doing stuff because I am hanging around with a bunch of friends and it's convenient at that time. No, I am not trying to fit in at this point in my life. I am not trying to fit in whoever dilemmas in life and their own struggles. I am trying to be the person that I am, consistently working on myself brick by brick. People, like, I do not no, I do not condone a lot of things in this life. I am really a person that I'm a woman of substance, if I do say so myself, honey. I am. There is layers to Chantal. There is so much to me than just like the beauty and the makeup. I've got a brain of my own, and that's what I encourage every little girl or every little boy out there to have, a brain of your own. Be your own person, be your own support system. Like, be the kind of person that is comfortable even at home around, and there's no one like now. There's no one around, and I am still comfortable in my own skin, in my own environment. Like, your best friend, your best friend is first you, honey. You are your first best friend, and then everything else in life will follow. Like, do not chase anything. I stand by this, guys, and that's the advice that I would give you. So I know I rambled a little bit over there, but yeah, I'm so passionate about speaking to the younger selves and the younger generation, that I want us to form good relationships and are good communicators and good people. And yeah. So without further ado, I think I rambled enough here. I love you guys, and I'm grateful for your support. We have reached the 1K. We have spoken on Instagram a little bit about how that is gonna go, and I am excited to give this money away so I can get the headache of my life. This has been such a pleasant journey. You guys are making it really happen for me, and I am grateful. Like I said, please, I like to support another woman or another man out there. Contact me in my DMs. I do reply to every single person, and I do take my time to talk to you guys. Yeah, so without further ado, let me leave you so you guys can get to your personal lives. Bye.